Ben, thank you very much for taking part in this interview and helping me to get the message out there so people understand what's going on in our courses. I really like people who they done the course already to give me a feedback about the content of the course, about the service they are receiving, so other people know what's going on. That's the only way we can get the message out to other people. First of all, do I have your permission to share this on social media?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Brilliant. Can you tell us about yourself, who you are, and what you do as a job?
I'm Ben. Yeah, I'm a driving instructor. I live up in sort of northwest of England on the Wirral. Originally from Wrexham. And yeah,
And how's business been?
Yeah, really good. Really busy.
I guess it's booming at the moment, isn't it?
Oh, it's crazy. Absolutely mental.
So if your business is booming and is really good, why did you decide to do trading? Why do you want to change it?
I think more than anything, I just want more sort of time to myself and my family. Whereas, yes, driving instructing is a busy job, and it does pay quite well, as I think most instructors know that. But you're still out the house most days, all day, every day. Whereas, I want to be home more. I want more time to myself. I want to have more money so I can save and invest in things. So yeah.
And also, what about? Do you think is there any end to the job of driving instructor? Like, is there any day you can say, okay, I'm not gonna go to work anymore. That's it. Because to me, when I left that job, I felt like, I've got to work until I die. Because at the end of the month, you haven't got no saving, no nothing, and you have just enough to survive until the end of the month. And you have to go next month and keep doing it until you can survive. Otherwise, how am I going to do that when I'm 75, 80, 85?
Well, this is what I've said to my wife. I was like, I can't see myself doing this job in 10 years. Never mind, like 20 years.
So, I've done it for 12 years. My knee was hurting. I realized, okay, I'm 42. Yeah. I've got back pain. I've got knee pain. How am I going to sit in the car this much long hours when I'm 65 or 70? Yeah. I don't know how some people do it.
But no, I mean, I've already turned around to my wife since we started the course, and I've said 5 years from now, I do not intend to be a driving instructor. So by the time I'm 40, I don't intend to be a driving instructor. That's my goal. It's one of my aims. It's written on the fridge.
That's exactly what I've done in 2004. I wrote it down. I said, by 2024, I want to have 5 million in my bank account. Not far from it.
Yeah.
I've got enough in there right now. So that's good to have a goal and then create a step to get there. Anyway, so why suddenly now trading and investing? Why do you want to learn about money?
Well, if I'm honest, it was during one of the lockdowns I started taking interest in other sort of like passive incomes, which obviously we've discussed already, haven't we? And I've sort of like tried out a few other ways of making money, a couple of platforms, and as we all know, with some of these online platforms, they can just pull the rug from underneath you, and all of a sudden, hey presto, your money's gone again. So I'm looking for stability in my money. And obviously I got speaking to one of my friends, Ian, and he basically recommended speaking to you.
And how do you feel about speaking to me? Why me? Why not somebody else? Many people offering this kind of courses.
You know what? A lot of it came through a lot of trust with Ian, really, because I know Ian. Ian taught me, trained me to be a driving instructor, and I feel like he's a very honest guy. And then if he speaks very highly of somebody, then I sort of trust that. And I think sometimes you have got to just put a bit of trust in somebody, otherwise you'll just forever go through the rest of your life believing that anything you see online is.
I like that. Yeah,
it's just a scam. So I feel like sometimes you just got to take a leap of faith, I guess.
That's exactly what the
best way to put it.
That's exactly what my dad said to me about internet. He said, I wish I would have trusted internet and I would have invested my money inside Microsoft. But when it came, I thought it's going to go and it's a scam. I didn't think it's going to get this big and people going to make a lot of money from it.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right. You got to trust somebody.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about trusting me then? So now you trusted me because of Ian, but now you've been with me for some time. How do you feel about trusting me? Have I achieved your expectation or?
I'd say you've more than. I'll always be completely honest. I'd say you've probably more than achieved my expectations, if I'm honest. Even when I was dishing out the money for the course, I was still thinking like, am I making the right decision here? So obviously, it's a substantial amount of money anyway. Either way you look at it, isn't it?
Absolutely. What do you think of the quality of the course?
It's really good. Very sort of like very detailed, easy to use as well. You can literally just log in. I like the way that you've got all your videos sort of like organized properly into different sections, different timelines. And I've watched a lot of them.
It helps
so
a lot.
that's what I thought.
Having,
I'm paying for it, so make sure I'm doing it all the time, basically.
Having access to the videos, it actually helps a lot, I think, because when I was learning, I didn't have access to videos. You know, usually after half an hour, I would forget it. You know, so having access to those videos, especially to learn in your own time, isn't it? You can do whatever you want to do, even if you can't attend a live session. You know, one day because you have to do a driving lesson, you can just go and watch the videos of it. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think about the material in the course? When I'm saying quality of the course, I mean like the stuff you are learning, the information. Do you think they are useful? Do you think they are informative? Is it informative course? Are you learning something?
Yeah, 100%. When I first started your course, I sort of had a very, very, very small sort of understanding of what Forex was, and sort of like stocks, that sort of thing. I mean, I still don't really have a clue about the whole stocks and indices side of it because I don't think I've actually started doing that.
That's because you didn't attend the indice day. So when we have indice day, make sure you attend the indice day. Yes,
I will be in June. Yeah, 100%. I've already booked the weekend off.
But that's another thing. Like you are allowed to attend all the live sessions 4 times during 1 year. You know, so that's a good thing about it as well.
Yeah, so that's my intention with that. But sort of going back to like the sort of Forex side, which is the one I've been mainly focusing on. It's completely sort of like giving me I wouldn't say a massive understanding because I'm still right at the tip of the iceberg. Especially like, I mean, you saw what I was like when you start talking about Fibonacci. And I've watched that video about 4 or 5 times and it still sort of blows my mind a little bit. Sort of like, so obviously it's just, the course is like, it's easy to follow. And as I said, I mean, I'm very much a visual learner. Like if I was to sit here, if you would just give me a load of books, I wouldn't have learned anything. I'd have lost interest. I'd have probably.
That's what most courses do, you know. When you the first thing they do, they give you 10 books, go and read this book. When they get to me, I said, "Oh my God, I'm dyslexic. How am I going to read all this book?"
Well, that's it. I would have lost interest. You know, I'm just being completely honest. I would have lost interest straight away because I just can't.
Awesome.
But even just joining your course, and obviously because you talk about like, you know, the sort of trading side and the mental side of things, I've mainly been focusing on the sort of like the mental side of things, trying to sort of get myself in the right mindset more than anything else. So I've done a few little trades on the demo account, and a few times. So I remember what you were saying about when you've followed what you should be following, right, trade next to it or trader next to it, and then if you don't follow it, right, gamble next to it. So it was a very mixed piece of paper. So I thought, you know what, I'm not being, what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm not being strict enough with myself. I've still been watching the videos, studying the strategies, but more than anything, I'm just trying to like get my brain set.
But that's the main thing, isn't it? Because you make decision. You're only gonna make money if you are making good decisions, and you're only gonna make good decisions if your mentality is in the right place.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why we work on both sides. You know, on the mind to wealth side, especially. You know, try to work on the mental side of it as well. Great. So, do you think Forex and investing and all this chart and everything is a scam, or do you think it's work? Because I show many examples of how the strategy works, and you can see how somebody makes £50,000, £30,000. You know, I keep sharing all these different examples of it. What do you think when you are looking at yourself, looking at the strategy? Do you think is a scam or do you think it's working?
Well, I did exactly what you told us to do, and I went and back tested it. And every time
I always say, don't believe me, just go and back test it.
Yeah, exactly. And every time you back test it, you know, it's sort of, obviously, you know, it doesn't work 100% of the time.
Nothing works 100%.
As we all know, like the markets do what they want, don't they? The markets are in control, as you say.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't say there's anything scammy about it at all. There's a lot of people out there that will try and offer you certain things.
Absolutely.
But this side of it, what you're offering and what we're doing is actual training. You know, it's
education.
It's hard work. Like you say, you've got to put the work in. You're not just going to get anything for free.
Absolutely.
Pay for the course and do what you want to do.
Absolutely. If anybody promise you, come to me and I'm going to make you a millionaire tomorrow morning, you better run.
Yeah, that's a scam.
It's not going to work. I tried it, you know. Now, would you recommend anybody to come to this course? Would you recommend this course to your family member?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I've already spoken to a few friends and other people that sort of like that I've met through sort of like other platforms and stuff. But as I said to you, I think the other night when we were chatting, I'm sort of very specific with who I want to sort of like
because
speak
we
to
only
about
want positive people, good people.
Yeah,
we don't want just anybody. I'm not here to just take people money. Yeah, absolutely. You have the right mindset to be able to start this kind of thing. So I assess people. If I feel like they are not at the right place, I don't allow them in the course. You know?
Yeah.
It's not good for them to be in the course anyway. You know,
what I do find is a lot of your sort of like closest friends and family, they're the ones that sort of probably support you the least when you're making these sort of decisions. And then it's usually a stranger that's your biggest fan.
Absolutely. And also, what do you think of the support inside this? Do you think we have a good family, supportive family?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Like through like the chat groups and even to go back to what I was just saying then, you were messaging me the other night and you'll always give all of us the time of day, you know what I mean? Like, I like that. Like I said this to my wife, I liked I think one of the guys had done really well. I think he had like 6% on a trade. And because he hadn't specifically followed every single one, I love the fact that even though he did really well and made X amount of money, I love the fact that he still got in trouble with you because he didn't follow his strategy.
The reason is because that just shows to me he's still chasing money.
Yeah.
If you are chasing money, you have very high chance of becoming a gambler. So that's why I need to make sure he's not chasing money, so he can make good decision. That's why.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of mental thinking. The way you think is very important.
Oh God, yeah.
Money. If it's quite funny. If you stop thinking about the money, then you're gonna start making money.
Yeah. There's been a few times when I've been on the demo account. I did exactly what you said we would do, and I've moved stop losses, so like putting that a bit further down. And
what's the last word you have for anybody who wants to come and join this kind of courses? Some people, they don't actually believe this is online. They think you got to go and do something. Do you think everything is online? Is on the computer? You just press a few buttons and that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like basically e-learning's sort of taken over anyway, isn't it, in itself? So any sort of course you're going to do, you're going to be doing online most of the time.
And also all our live sessions, even though it's online, is still on a weekend. So during a week, people can go to work, so they don't need to lose time. Most people thinking, I don't have the time. How do you manage your time to do this study? What do you some people
for me,
say, I don't have the time.
For me, it's sort of like you have to make time. Like, because everyone said they haven't got time to do anything. So for me, you have to make a few extra hours. Like for me,
I love it.
I'll go to work all day. I'll come home, have tea with the kids and the wife, put the kids to bed, and then instead of sitting there watching TV for 3 hours, I'll watch some of your videos. And that's the difference. That's literally
the difference. That's the
and
difference.
Even with all the whole sort of like mental side, the learning side of it, I'm hopeless at reading books, but I just do all the audiobooks instead. And I literally listen between lessons. And I've listened to 5 books this year already.
Absolutely.
And that's the first time since high school.
So. I love it. That's why you are in the family.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. And this is a great interview. I hope other people who they are in your shoes, your age, they have some plans for their future. They want to have a better future. Another question I have before I let you go. Do you think this is something you can rely on for tomorrow morning? Or this is a long-term plan for you to have a better future, not tomorrow morning? Because some people think if you come and start doing Forex or do investing, any type of investing, is for you to earn money tomorrow morning. No. I believe if you need money tomorrow morning, you shouldn't do none of these kind of courses, because this is something, it takes time for you to learn it, practice it. But when you get good at it and you start doing it, then you can start earning money from it. And then you can put it on autopilot as a passive income. Then you don't need to go to work. You don't need to. I spend only like 15 minutes a week on my trading, only 15 minutes. That's it. The rest of the time I'm with my kids.
Yeah.
You know, doing whatever I have to do in the house. You know, what do you think? Do you think this is something for tomorrow morning, or this is a long-term plan for you as well?
No, it's 100% a long-term plan. As I said earlier in the interview, you know, 5 years from now, I don't want to be working, like physically going out and working. Obviously, doing sort of trading is still technically working, isn't it? You know, because you've still got to put in.
Well, at least you have your laptop. You are doing it from your laptop from home. You know, you can do it from
exactly
where you have
exactly.
That's it.
But for me, yeah, 100%, it's a long-term plan.
Awesome.
And then, again, going back to what you're saying before, you know, I would 100% recommend this course for anyone who's actually got the right stuff and the patience and actually wants to work hard to actually change their lives.
What do you think of my honesty when you tried to join the course? Did I tell you everything at the beginning, or did I surprise you when you joined?
No, I feel like you're sort of honest from the get-go. Even on that first phone call that I had with you after I'd spoken to Ian that day, even on that phone call, you told me straight away that you only want a certain type of people on the course. And it's something that I've discussed with my wife so many times. Like, I like how brutally honest Ali is, because I feel like doing this sort of thing, you don't want somebody sugarcoating things for you.
That's it.
It's like,
you got to be honest. It's straightforward. That's it. This is what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, and
people, you see, I've been lied to when I signed up to my course. You know, they raised my expectation. They told me you're going to be making 300, 400 pounds from tomorrow morning. But they never told me I've got to do all this learning. You know, I'm trying to be honest with people. Let them even come to the course, even on the first day. If they join on the first day, at the end of the day, if they don't like it, they can leave. I give all the money back. That's it. Because I don't want to be there if they are not the right person for this right course.
Yeah.
And thank you very much. I appreciate. I think we discussed everything really, and that's it really. You know, and especially if you are recommending the course to your family member, I can't ask for anything more than this. You know, if somebody recommend the course to their family member, especially you face to face with them every day, so that means you believe in the course. You know, and I appreciate that, and I look forward to see you as become one of our mentors as well. And start working with us inside the course, teaching the same thing to other people, because this skill we need to pass it on to other people. We need to make sure our children, the next generation, they know this. My daughter is 10 years old. She already knows this stuff. My son is 16 years old. He already knows how to do this stuff. I wish I knew it when I was 10, 11 years old. You know, we teach about, NFTs and metaverse and everything in this course, not just trading and, Forex. You know, we teach about everything, investing and trading. You know, my daughter at the age of 10, she already launched her NFT. Amazing. 10 years old, knows about this stuff. You know, when she talk about it in the school, the teacher said, how do you know this stuff? She said, I've been sitting at the back of my dad cabin and I've been listening to everything my dad is teaching. So it's our responsibility to make sure the next generation learns this stuff, right? Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
no problem.
Let you go. Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.